Alright guys. Alright guys, I think we're live here. Should be up and running. Alright, so I just wanted to talk to you guys, give you a little quick thing. And by the way, just so anyone's wondering, this is not alcohol, this is one of those mellow drinks. I drink these a lot when I get home. They got different things in them that help you relax, I guess, when you get home from the end of the day. Alright, so basically I got a bunch of text messages and emails from people about their ballots. Some people didn't receive them. All I could say to you is, anyone who's having a problem with that, you have to private message me your information, email me your union card, and your phone number, and I'm going to reach out to the election monitor, and we're going to document how many people didn't receive their ballots. Anyone to call AAA should have got a ballot. I mean, I think AAA was on top of the game. I had a few people look through their mail. A couple of people found their ballots, but there's a significant amount of people who never got ballots. So we'll look at to see where that system failed us. I don't know what the outcome of that'll be, but we'll do our best to document it. You know, if I get elected, I'll put an end to this immediately. I'll make sure that everyone, we immediately when I get in there, we'll send out text messages. We'll start verifying everyone's emails to the locals. Maybe we'll go another way. I think we have to use the locals. I think it might be something when the district the international uses. But with that being said, we'll find a way to send out massive text messages to everybody for people to have a callback number to verify their addresses to make sure that this is no longer an issue. Everyone's information should be updated. Everyone should have a right to vote. Everyone should be informed. I mean, we send out text messages for everything else, for rallies and do all this other stuff. You know, to me, democracy and your vote is one important thing. Whether I win or lose, I think it's important, you know. Who knows, if I do this, it might cost me the next election if I win this election. But it doesn't matter to me. I think it's very important that our members have a right to vote and secure that. It's important. So, people, don't you push that table. Sorry, guys, I got my little guy over here. I got a call today about a health issue on the job. I guess the business agents were there. No one's taking it serious. It's an air quality issue. I've dealt with that before in the past myself. My best advice to everyone on a job is that if you run into a situation like that, is document everything. Take pictures, take video, okay? If you contact your business agent, right? If you're a worker, if you're contacting your shops, do it in person and do it on in a text message or email. Make sure everything is documented. It's very, very important, okay? You must document it, all right? And then get everything on video. And if you have a problem with a safety issue like that and you feel like no one's discussing it with you, or by all means, private message me. If you have my number, you're welcome to call me. You can email me. Everyone has my information pretty much. You can contact me through Facebook as well. I have attorneys that can handle that stuff for you. I have people that can help you out, that point you in the right direction. And don't do anything that involves damaging your health, your lungs, everything like that. This is why we have safety. We have safety protocols like this involved with the unions. We fought for this for generations. We want to make sure everyone goes home healthy to their families, right? I won't let anyone jeopardize their health, and if people aren't willing to do their job for that, then I'll step in and get involved. The job in question, we've already had an issue there before, and I'm just waiting to get documentation, and then I'll step in myself and I'll make sure it's rectified. So I have connections at OSHA myself in the department buildings. I can actually handle it if I have to go that route. I have no hesitation to do so. You know, stewards out there, they're put in a tough spot. You know, some of these guys may not have the same background as I do, which is, I don't hold anyone for that. You know, that's why, listen, I don't have all the answers myself. So when I don't have answers, I reach out to friends of mine that can get me what I need. So we have to make sure that we're all being taken care of, and I'm trying to check to see if you guys are on here and see if I have any questions, so I can go that route. All right, so basically the ballots, right? If you guys have a spot where the junk mail ends up and the flyers, the ballot doesn't stand out. It doesn't have any special markings on it except where it says election material inside it. So please, if you didn't get that ballot, and if you listen, probably if you mailed it today, you might get it there by Wednesday. A bunch of people are calling me who found it. They sent it overnight, express delivery. I mean, if you could bring it to work and drop it in the mailbox in Manhattan tomorrow, it'll probably be there. With time, like I said, it just has to make it to the post office. If they have a special pickup at the post office, it's not getting mailed directly to AAA. AAA picks it up. All right, so you're limiting one person in the process, right? When I'm delivering it, we don't have someone delivering the mail directly there. So, with that being said, What else I wanted to talk to you about? Oh, I got a call a little while ago from a guy from Aflac, for Aflac Insurance. I have it myself. I've had it for actually a few years now. It came in handy a couple of times, especially when I had my gallbladder out, right? So it's something you might want to think about getting. It's not that expensive. I have a cancer rider, a bunch of other things, but the accident is probably one of the most important ones for us. Just to supplement your income on top of workers' comp. You can get different price ranges on it, and the cheaper you are, the younger you are, when you buy it, the cheaper it is. You have to really, the idea is to buy it before you turn 50, and the rates jump. But it's good to have. If you're an active person, summertime, you play sports or ride motorcycles like I do. Listen, we're all good at what we do, but accidents happen. You can slip and fall. A lot of things can cause a problem. So you want to make sure that you're taking care of them. Getting the Aflac insurance is important, I think. So, what do we got here? Do we got anybody who wants to send us any messages? If you guys have any questions, feel free to send them to me. I have someone that asked me a question here. They text me a question. It's a legal question. I'm not going to answer that question online for you. I will send it to you in a private message. I don't want to get that involved with your personal life. I don't want to put that online. But if you have a question like that, yes, I can have an attorney that'll call you and help you out with a situation like that. So don't worry about that. I'll take care of it. On the school board here, we have. All right, so we got one more day left, right? Tomorrow's Tuesday. Like 2 days left. We got Tuesday and Wednesday, so that puts us right there at the end. I didn't get the count of the ballots yet. It didn't come in an email, but while I'm speaking to you guys, I can check that and see if anything did come in. But as far as I know, nothing came in yet. Which I'm hoping the numbers came up a little bit. I'm hoping it offset what we had, but none. I have no verification of any numbers. All right, so listen, it is what it is, right? We got 2 more days. We got today, and like I said, so we got to pick up tomorrow morning. We got to pick up Wednesday morning and a Wednesday evening at 5 o'clock, and that's the end of it, right? So if you didn't receive a ballot, if you call for a ballot, you didn't receive that ballot, I need you to, like I said, email me or text me or instant message me a copy of your union card with your phone number, and I'll reach out to the election monitor, have them get back with you. We're going to document how many people this is and who's missing their missing their ballots, so we can find out if there was a problem, if there was a discretion somewhere, what went wrong, and why this is failing us, why the system's failing us. The last count was Thursday. You added 16,850 ballots that went out. Only 2,588 came back, which I think is a bad number. It's roughly 15% of the ballots mailed out came back. On an average, most elections, we only do 18%, which is, to me, is very sad, right? From the last election to this election, we mailed out 3,000 less ballots, I'd say roughly. So that's a main thing concern for us too. Here we are fighting for democracy and fighting for the one man, one vote, and members aren't voting, and it means everything. It means union participation. It all works, guys. I'm an advocate about picket duty and getting involved in stuff. This is the time and energy we put into it. It affects all our members, right? It's not about just us, the individual. It's about us as a whole. That's where we got to look at it. So just because you're in a comfort zone and you're working, you're steady, everything's going good for you, it doesn't mean it's not affecting your brothers and sisters. And that's what we want to do. Because if we don't all collaborate together and work together on this, we don't have the 55 and out. We don't have medical coverage. We're not fighting for the next job. Just because you're good on this job doesn't mean the next job that we're working on together, that your company might not be able to win that bid. You follow what I'm saying? So all of this works together, guys. And keep in mind too, if this merger does proceed and comes through, things are going to change, and it's going to be drastic change for a lot. There's going to be a lot of out-of-towners coming here, a lot of people to come work in the city. These companies are going to bid the work. They're going to come in with their guys. They're going to appoint their shop stewards. They're going to come in, and you guys are going to get boxed out of the work. It's happening in other parts of the country. I have the text message. I have the emails. Anybody wants to see them, I can post them. They're private. I'll block out the guy's name. But I've heard the stereotypes of what's happened. It's terrible. People, their whole area has changed on how they used to pursue work and everything. And these other people from another state are coming in here with their own group of guys, and they're boxing them out of the work, And, the whole jurisdiction changed. The BAs changed. So the guys they used to call are all gone. So, everyone in that council that thinks they have a job, and it ain't guaranteed. It ain't etched in stone. When they come in, they're going to be under a new regime, new people. Joe's going to pack his bags and leave, and then there'll be, we're going to be one of the 150,000 people that are part of the Northeast region, which is part of 14 states. And I don't know where that leaves us. I can't give you the answer because I don't really know. I'm just saying for the way it worked in other parts of the country, it don't look that good, especially for an area that's very self-sufficient like us. We have a large pension fund. We have our own building, our own training facilities. And I believe in self-management. I don't believe in taking other people in. I don't want to be the backbone of the crutch for everybody else in the industry. And I think we could build back what we have with the right leadership in there and the right drive and pushing forward. I think if we start checking our jobs, getting on the jobs, listen, the B rate's there. I didn't put it there. But if we start enforcing the rules with it, a lot of you guys will call me and text me and tell me how companies are screwing you over, that there's all B rates on the job and the steward's doing nothing about it, or the steward's not even there. Listen, I get in there. Business agents are checking jobs. They're going to be on jobs. If there's a problem, it comes to me. It will be looked into 100%. And the people that are there, if they're not willing to do the job, they're going to be responsible. The reps will be responsible to hold everyone accountable. And they will have the power to hire and fire. If someone comes to me and tells me they're not doing their job, they will get a warning, and then they will be gone. That is it. We're not playing games here. We're in crunch time. We're here about building back a union, building back market share, and getting members and brothers and sisters back to work. End of story. I'm not here. Listen, I'm a great guy and easy to get along with. I have a ton of friends in this world for a reason, but I do my job, and anyone who's worked with me knows it. I go above and beyond when I'm at work. I always concentrate on what's got to get done, but I stick up for the members at the same time. I believe everyone has to be accountable, whether it's the contractor or it's safety. Listen, they can't have it one-sided, and to me, it's tipped to one side. And everything's like a pendulum. It can only swing so far to the left when it's got to go back to the right, right? So I think it's time for it to go back to the right. I think we should have a piece of the pie and get some type of representation back on the job. And without the business agents doing that, kind of ties our hands. I mean, a lot of these buildings, some guys are locked out of them. They can't get on them. But we have ways to enforce it, Like I said, I have an attorney. And, I'm going to look into if these guys aren't paying benefits and stuff like that, I want to get the right lawyers. And we have a tactical plan that I think will work. And I've worked it out with a corporate attorney. And I like her idea. And it's never been used before, but I think it's a great way to attack and to put people in line. Because I think that's what needs to be done. I think if someone's cheating the system and they're working on state or federal jobs and they're not paying our funds, then that's it. I think then that's it. We go in for the kill. We set the message right across the table. And if you hit one or two of them and you hit them hard, the rest of them will fall in line. That's my motto in this. So, all right, I'm going to make this short and sweet. If anyone's got a problem, please call me. I'm begging you guys, if you didn't get your ballots, to look through your junk mail, look through everything. Before you send me a text message, before you send me a thing, double check, please. Look through everything. It's a white envelope. It says NYC DCC election material on the very bottom of the strip. Well, actually, I took a picture right here. I still have it. Hold on. I saw it. Where is it? I thought I had it. There you go. Hold on. I'm tipping these up to the sky. Yeah, I kept it here. It looks just like that. That's what it looks like on the bottom. You see the very bottom there? It just says on the bottom, urgent New York City Vicinity District Council of Carpenters, election material enclosed. Please forward. If you see that envelope, that's it. I know it's very easy to lose track of it. It looks like junk mail. A lot of people said to me, Mike, if I didn't know what it was, I would have thrown it away. I had one guy call my buddy. He didn't even know there was an election going on. I guess he's out on disability. He got it in the mail. He wasn't even sure what it was about. But at least he was smart enough to call one of his old shop stewards and verify from him what it was. So that's one vote that we gained that we would have probably had, right? And every vote counts, guys. It's not about winning. It's about sending a message. So my fingers are crossed that we make a movement here. This is a David and Goliath fight. They have all the resources, all the money, and sometimes it doesn't matter right and wrong. And you learn in life, it's not like a TV or a movie. The good guy doesn't always win, right? So, all I can say is I appreciate everybody's help who's got involved. I appreciate all the time and energy a lot of people put into this. Special thanks to Charles and to Dougie for helping me out in this. This is a big, the big things to ask anyone to get involved in. I really appreciate the both of you. Mike Biello, Mike Zemsky, forget about it. I couldn't say thank you enough to either one of those guys. They're awesome. Shanad's awesome. There's so many people out there that have put some effort into this, and they've invested so much time in this and many, many other projects in this union that money you're not even aware about. I can't tell you the stories of Shanad and Kansas helping sisters in this union. I had a sister reach out to me about a domestic issue. I had that handled with an attorney today just to give her some prep on what she needs to do. I can't mention names because of the legal issue, but just to give her, the proper education she needs to document what she needs to document. Because I don't want anyone being in a bad position and not taking things seriously in case something happens. And like I said, there's a lot of people in this union who do stuff like that, and they go above and beyond. And to me, that's important because that separates us from the rest of them. So, all right. Well, I will let all you guys go so you can enjoy your day. Like I said, I'll probably touch base with you guys tomorrow, and then we got Wednesday, and then we'll get the final farewell and final I can't even talk this morning. Final goodbye on it, and then hopefully Friday by 12 o'clock we'll be celebrating, or we'll figuring out what we did wrong. Either way, it's been a great ride. So I'll be speaking to you all soon, and have a good day. All right, bye.